up here. Just woke up here. Anyway, I've got some delicious cookies. That's all I'm going to say. Absolutely delicious chocolate chip cookies. If that's a way to entice viewership, I'll do it. There's no shame in my game. Anyway, let's do the chat filter all messages. Well, if you don't know me, I'm the dude that has worked the hardest to make. Anyway, Old Train comes in. What's up? How's it going, Old Train? Joku, you're the first. You're number one, son. How's it going? Old Train, dude, I'm sorry, but where are you from? Are you Philippines? Hey, what the heck did I just hit? I don't know. Anyway, don't forget to double tap the screen. 5 million people that are watching as you watch a man eat cookies and drink coffee. Imagine this. Well, now we'll wait on that. Egg, don't eat eggs. Don't eat eggs? How's the signal now, bro? Why can't you eat eggs, bro? What the heck? Where did that sound come from? They got some weird sounds out here, man. Boom, 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 boom. How's the signal? How's the signal? Hello. Is it better? How's the signal? Anybody? Batman, Robin, Spider-Man, Chocolate Man, Chocolate Man. Someone just joined. Yeah, okay, well, how's the signal, bro? Is everything good now? You said it was lagging. Hey. What's up, my brother from Malaysia? How's it going, brother? I remember Marcus from Malaysia. Old Train, is Old Train from Malaysia too? Awesome, man. I just woke up. How are you been? How are you guys doing? Right. How have I right. How have I been? Yeah, I've been awesome, bro. I got, and then I'll go get me some earplugs because this noise is bugging me. One more cookie left here. Dipping it in the coffee. What a mess. Trash man's outside. I think I'll just leave it over here for a while. Man, man, lagging may be where you're sitting. You're live just ended yesterday. What happened? Oh yeah, y'all were saying the signal. Oh, let me turn around. Y'all were saying signal was bad. That the signal went out last night. Hey. Yeah, y'all were saying the signal went out last night. So I waited a little bit, like 5 seconds. It's never if it doesn't come back pretty soon, then it doesn't come back because I hit a button like reconnect, and it wouldn't reconnect. So I figured the signal was totally gone, and that's when I ended it. I had to end it because the signal wasn't coming back when I hit the reconnect button. Yeah, that's what happened, man. Freaking crazy, dude. But imagine if I was a hot Asian girl. Okay, everybody, all the viewers, imagine I'm a hot Asian girl. Right now, I'd have like 5 million subscribers instead of 3,000. Oh my God. Anyway, so maybe the whole lady boy thing idea isn't a bad thing. Ah man, yeah, dude, I could be rich if I become a lady boy. Why not? Anyway, I'm making a mess. These people are gonna kick me out of this freaking hotel. I've got like cookie crumbs all over the freaking place. You are not alone. I am here with you. There's a new Michael Jackson movie supposed to be coming to theaters. I don't know if you heard about that. Ay, ay, ay. Anybody heard about that? Is it Bruno Mars? Is that going to be the actor? Yikes. Anyway, nobody's talking too much. I got all the messages on, right? Yeah, all messages chat filter. Should we do truth and dare or do a game or something? Maybe we can do some kind of game or truth or dare or something. I don't know. Need more people to stay on. Never mind, Eve will clean up. Carol. Yeah, I'm out here in the hallway, Carol. And see, I'll show you. Oh, I went the wrong way. Yeah, I'm out here in the hallway of the hotel. Yeah, anyway. Eve will clean up. Yeah, she's not going to be out here cleaning up this mess. I can tell you that. But anyway, yeah, she's okay. You know, as far as cleaning and stuff, yeah, she's fine. You know, the thing is that I do believe in some type of equality. I believe that guys need to clean up too. You know, I mean. But anyway, let's see. Just because I'm old-fashioned, you know, doesn't mean I don't believe that a guy can't do a little cleaning. You know, you know. You know, I think it's a middle ground thing. You know, I mean, the thing about equality is you shouldn't have things completely equal. Let's say one person is sick. You know, then that person can't work 50%, you know, if they're sick. So the other person has to step it up in the relationship. You know, so when it comes to equality, it's not about all things being equal, but it is about both people caring and giving. You know, the one person's caring and giving may be given, you know, giving a baby and taking care of the baby, or the other person's caring and giving might be security and making sure you're safe, you know, whatever, you know, whatever the giving is, the caring and the giving. I see the hallway equality is important. See the hallway, yeah. So, so yeah, let's say you're sick, bro. Let's say you're so sick you can't work. Are you expected to go out and, you know, create 50%, you know, on equality? No, it doesn't work that way. All that matters is that one person is giving and caring and giving and caring and not BSing the other person. And the other person is doing the same thing. Your caring and giving could be a lot different than my caring and giving. Good morning, bro. What's up, Sean? How's it going? You know, a lot of times for the caring and giving from the man is money. A lot of times. That's what women are wanting: money, 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 money. And the opposite of the from the woman is intimacy. Yeah. I mean, it's just freaking simple truth. A lot of it's intimacy and money. Most men want the intimacy. Most women want the money. But not always. Sometimes women want intimacy more than men, and sometimes men want more money more than women. Especially those scammer guys that go around scamming people. But anyway, anybody can chime in. I mean, good morning. I mistyped. Oh, bro. Hey, good morning, Sean. Sean is over in Malaysia. Yeah, he's over in Malaysia. Mark's over in Malaysia. Carol's over in Australia. But it's only showing there's like one like and one person. So I'm gonna, dude. I might as well. Hey, Sean, how are you? Says Carol. Why is it only saying there's one person in here? That makes no sense. I don't know. I have no clue. So, uh, how are you doing, Carol? How's Yeah, I know, Carol's you're going through some issues right now. So yeah, for you to be expected to do work and stuff like that with the issues, it's someone else has to help out. You know, are you guys from big families? I wonder where that noise is coming from. This coffee's freaking delicious, though. Yeah, Sean's from a big family, right, bro? Yeah, I'm from a pretty small family. I got a lot of cousins, though. A lot of cousins. I miss some of my cousins back in the U.S. Celebration Anzac Day here. What is Anzac? Anzac. Yeah, what is that? Never heard of it. What is that about? Is it about the kangaroos? Whenever I was a kid, I tell this story, Carol. When I was a kid, I had a fascination with Australia, and I went into the army and went to Korea, Seoul, Korea, and they sold these stuffed animals out there, and they sold a lot of stuff. They sold a lot of beautiful like blankets and all sorts of stuff out there in the streets. So I bought a koala bear stuffed animal and a kangaroo stuffed animal because I loved Australia. I was like, oh, cool, this Australia stuff's here. And then I took it back to my room and I put it inside my room. And the next day, the next day, we're going to sleep in the military in the barracks, and they wake us up early in the morning, and they're doing inspection. So they come into your rooms and they inspect and see if your room is clean, there's no dust and everything, and they see my stuffed animals, my kangaroo and my koala bear. And they start making fun of me. The freaking sergeant's like, what are you, a freaking kid? What's wrong with you, man? Why you got these, they're laughing and everything. And they're like, why you got these stuffed animals in here? But yeah, I love the kangaroo. So I don't know about Anzac. Never heard of that. Sounds so like Prozac. Is it Prozac Day maybe, and yeah, just misspelled it? I don't know about Anzac. What is Anzac? You are not alone. I am here with you, and though we're far apart. All right, things are running pretty slow, guys. Let's see, now it's something that can come in here. I don't experience a horse ride before. Sean, I was on a horse recently for the first time. When I was a little kid, I was on a pony and we took a picture. This time I was on a horse and we took a picture. But I've never been on a horse ride either. I've never been on the whole entire ride. You know, that would be interesting. That would be fun. So I'm the same way. Something to do with wars, Google it. Anzac. Okay, well, if I Google it, I have to get rid of you guys. Yeah, but sometime. But anyway, it's something to do with wars. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, sometimes I might have another device beside of me, which I don't right now, a laptop or something, and I can Google it. But anyway, that helps a lot because now I know what it has to do with the subject of the matter. Never heard of that though, Anzac. Has anybody else ever heard of that? Oh, please don't get rid of us, bro, man. You make me feel guilty, man. Hey. But anyway, what should I do? Should we play a game or what? I tell you what, we'll play a game. That's what we'll do. We'll play a game. I'm going to try to think of a word, and I'm going to give you guys some clues, and y'all can see if you can figure out the word that I'm thinking. Yeah, Brian. This is Brian from. Hold on. This is the one from Australia, right? Brian from Australia. Sort of weird you have that N8Z there, because when I look at that, I think New Zealand. What game? Yeah, I got a word that's in my head right now. And see if y'all can figure out what the word is. All right, here we go. We're going to start. Color. The clue, I'm giving you clues. Color is the first clue. Let's see. Yep. So color's the first clue, and see if you can figure out the word. The second clue is Barney. Color and then Barney. The third clue is it starts with the letter P. It starts with the letter P, Barney, and color. Yeah, there you go. And the fourth clue is it is a color that starts with the letter P. Pink. Oh my God, you serious? No, not pink. Not pink, bro. Come on. You could do this. Just one more P word. You are not alone. I'm here with you. Purple. There we go. Good job, Sean. Sean got the first one. Okay, the second one starts with the letter F. It's only 3 letters in the word. Most people in the Philippines have one of these in their house, at least one. Yeah, purple was right. You got it, Sean. Okay, most people in the Philippines have at least one of these in their house. It starts with the letter F. Elf, like Frank Elf. And it's only 3 letters. And though we're far apart, you are in my Okay. Fan, yeah, Sean, you got it again, bro. Sean's kicking some butt. He got both. Okay, so third one. This one is a long word. It starts with the letter B, and you can find it in the city. You belong to the city. Yeah, you can find it in the city. It's a long word, and it starts with the letter B, like boy. And the second letter in the word is U. Hold on, am I right? Hold on, maybe I'm wrong. I might have misspelled it. Dude, let me, anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's okay. The next two letters after B is I and U. I think it's I first and then U. Brian might explain the Anzac meeting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I just wanted to get a sort of like a thought about it, But Brian, Carol was talking about y'all have Anzac. Let me see what she put. Happy Anzac Day, by the way, over there in Arizona. I mean, not Arizona, Australia. Yeah, happy Anzac Day. So Brian, yeah, Carol was talking about building. Yeah, you got it right. Yep. Carol and Sean, y'all got it right. It was building. So it is a U. Okay, I couldn't remember. I'm just waking up over here having some coffee, but that doesn't explain it. I just can never remember that. Sometimes there's certain things I can never remember. Anyway, the next one. This one starts with the letter K. Hey, Samos, we're doing a game, bro. We're going to do a word game. I got a word in my head, and see if y'all can figure out what the word is. Yeah, okay, here we go. This one starts with the letter K. That is a clue. Another clue is famous old rock band. Famous old rock band is the second clue. And the third clue is love. Love, famous rock band from the old days. And the third clue is love. Oh, or it starts with a K, famous one. Anyway, what's up, Samos? How you doing? Just got your notification. What did I miss? We just started, bro. You didn't really miss anything. We're just starting this game up. Except over in Australia, it is Anzac Day. They're celebrating Anzac Day. It has something to do with a war. Brian, if you're in here, maybe you could explain more about it. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know, says Sean. Okay, think of K and think of love. What K word relates to love? And what K word relates to an old rock band? And it's a short word. Short word, yeah. Love me like a bomb, baby, come and get it on. Living like a radio, rock on. Looking like a fat baby, can you old man? Demolition woman, can I be your man? I see you're in the office today. Yeah, I'm out here chilling in front of the window here. It's in the hallway. I'm actually in the hallway, bro. Hey, Mike, I found something about Anzac. All right, well, let's see. Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. Oh, okay. So you guys must be teamed up. Australia and New Zealand. Y'all must be like a military together. I didn't know that. Yeah. And I'm talking to the people from those areas. Yeah. Like Carol and Brian. Anybody from New Zealand in here right now? I don't think there is. So what you been doing today, guys? What has everybody been doing today? Let's put that up. Anybody been doing anything interesting today? Anything interesting, or what have you been doing today besides breathing? Ay, ay, ay. I went through some nasty comments whenever I woke up. I got to my phone. People like to leave nasty comments over in the USA. there's so many jerks over there, bro, in my videos. And matter of fact, let me try to remember one. Dude, maybe I should post it and then or something. Maybe I should post that comment. It was telling me that I was going to be in serious trouble and some kind of crazy mess. I forgot. Anyway, Brendan says, "Remember me? I'm Alicia's brother." Yeah, I remember. What's up, man? How you doing, Brendan? Carol says, "Anzac, Australia and New Zealand fought for our countries." Thank you, Carol. Sean says, "My dad's," how you doing, Brendan? Alicia's brother. Sean says, "My dad's great grandpa been hunting monkey since their time, but now it's not allowed." Hunting monkey? When you hunt monkey, what do you do with it? People eat monkey? I never heard of anybody eating a monkey before. Does it taste good? I don't know. I mean, maybe. Poor monkey. Anyway, remember, let's see, you should taste the nasty, you should answer the nasty comments on lives, would be fun. Yeah, you know, I did some replying to some of it before. The thing is that I can't really be as crazy as I want to be when I answer this stuff, you know. So I have to, yeah. But yeah. I've been thinking about doing a little bit of that. Yeah. Let's see. I met his sister Alicia. Yeah. On lives. Oh, on lives. Okay. I was thinking about on a video, like doing a video about it. But I don't have the comment here in front of me. Let me see. Somebody else just commented. Now the thing is, yeah, you guys don't really get to see every single comment in there because I have actions I can take to fight these people, you know. But at the same time, I wish I could freely talk and freely say what I want to say without being persecuted for it, without being canceled, you know, all that kind of crap. Let's see. Samo says, "Where's Eve?" She's always same place. She's in there in the room, and she's always working on getting a job. She's got 2 interviews so far, but one of them they haven't done it yet. I don't think. I think she finished one and she's waiting on the second one. Remember me, bro? It's me, Kevin. Kevin, hold on. Real Kevin? Kevin. Which Kevin? There's a stand your last ground, Kevin. Is this the stand your ground, Kevin? Which Kevin is it? Let's see. Carol says, "LOL, eating monkeys. Never ever heard about that." Yeah, me either. I've never heard of anybody eating a monkey. Matter of fact, I think I've seen that in a video over in Africa, though. I think they do it over there. Now, this person's over in Malaysia. Malaysia's, you know, sort of in that area, not exactly, but maybe they do it there too. I don't know. But I'm just wondering how a monkey would taste. I'm thinking it might taste like you know, one of, you know, I don't know if I gotta watch what I talk about, you know. But, you know, cannibal kind of thing. Anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna let. I done forgot the word we were doing the game on. I can't even remember it. Oh yeah, it is? Really? Kevin? What's it? Yeah, because I switched my name, brother. Yeah, Kevin. St. Louis, Missouri. So are you're the one from St. Louis, Missouri? The Stand My Last Ground. I'm surprised you changed your name. I figured that was a pretty bold name you had. Stand My Last Ground or something like that. Stand Last Ground, something like that. Yeah, I'm surprised you changed your name. Sean says, I have a dog that is tall, but still 4 months old. What kind, do you know the name of the breed? What kind of breed it is? I'm trying to remember the tallest dog in the world. There's a certain breed out there. I mean, I used to have a Saint Bernard, man. Oh, nice. Yeah, I used to have a Saint Bernard, and the kids used to like to ride it like it was a horse. Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking, Samos, but he said, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what breed it is or was. Can't remember. There was a one dog that was like really tall that I used to know. What was the name of that freaking dog? Greyhound. Yeah, the Greyhound dog. It's a skinny type dog. If you ever see a Greyhound bus, does anybody ever see a Greyhound bus over in the USA? Samos, maybe you've seen them. And on the side of the Greyhound bus will have that big Greyhound dog. Anyway, that's the tallest dog I know is the Greyhound. Now the Sphinx, I think, is another tall dog out of Egypt, I believe, but I could be wrong. Sean says, I don't know what breed it is, and then yes, it could be classified as cannibalism. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's crazy, man. I mean, yeah, sometimes I feel like a monkey. Sometimes I feel like a gorilla. And I used to call my kid monkey. I like calling kids monkey sometimes because they act like little monkeys, jumping around and playing. Anyway, Real Kev says, bro, I just switched my name. Yeah, I don't think Stan Last Ground would talk like that. You know, bro, I just switched my name because if my bro found it, I'm cooked. Yeah, this isn't the same guy. Now, I think this is a Kevin I used to talk to over in the Philippines, a young guy, like a teenager, I believe. Samo says, I was on a Greyhound from New York. Yeah, I took a Greyhound from New York too, bro. New York to North Carolina, but you went from New York to Georgia and back once. A cool experience. Bro, actually, that was a trailways. I don't know if I took a Greyhound. I took a trailways bus, and people had to. They didn't have enough seats, so some people were in the middle of the aisle, and they were sitting there in the middle of the aisle. Yeah, it's crazy. I do see it all the time. Hold on, you see it all the time? I don't know, what do you see all the time? Kids playing like crazy, maybe? I don't know. What's up, man? What's up? What chick? How you doing, brother? Remember me in 2025? 2025? Dude, I didn't even have YouTube in 2020. Hold on, yeah, I did. We're in 26, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I remember Kevin. I think you were Philippines, right? Were you in Philippines? Sean and 347. It's my grandma's birthday. Yeah, I was thinking, man, I was thinking like 27 already. But it's 20, it's still 26. It's your grandma's birthday. Happy birthday to grandma. When you are live. Yeah, Kevin, I remember you, bro. I remember you. But where are you from? You know, you're from Philippines, right? Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. How old is Grandma today? Sean, do you know? Y'all having some cake? What y'all gonna do to celebrate? Grandma gonna get up and dance to the oldies? We're gonna dance like, dance like. Anyway, I said I'm your big fan. Yeah, I remember, bro. I remember. Yeah, it's a long time ago. Sam Mo says, Mike, have you checked out any more apartments? Nah, not recently. Not recently. I think I got one video of some apartments to put out. It's going to be a better price than here, but it's not going to be as nice as here. So I gotta prepare the video, and then that one I'm probably going to put out this week. And also this week I'm probably going to go to some other apartments and record some other places and do the same thing. I actually have two videos of two different apartments, but one of them is horrible. When I recorded it, I did a terrible job on recording that place. And anyway, the next one that I go to should be pretty cool, and they should have plenty of places, and the price should be better than here. And yeah, I think you might look forward to that one when I do it. But anyway, let's read, because every time I start talking a lot, all of a sudden people are talking like crazy. So let me see what people said. Carol says, been on a Greyhound once. Oh, okay. I didn't even know they had the Greyhounds over in Australia. Once to Melbourne, never again. Was it a rough ride? Was it like bad roads or something? Alan C, what's up, my brother? How's it going? Welcome to the jungle, baby. We got Mick Jagger up here. That's what that reminds me of. Sean says, imagine there's a person in the hallway right in front of you while staring. There you go. Alan says, how's life treating you in the Philippines? Yeah, good. I can't complain, man. Everything's been good. I mean, I had a wild night doing that live stream last night. Man, I was around too much noise. I was out there at the highway trying to cross over, and the traffic was insane. But other than that, everything's good. Got a shave. Let's see. Samo says, oh, Kevin's in the Philippines. Yeah, I thought you were, man. Thought you were. Lorenz, what's up? Lorenz is in the Philippines too. What's up, Lorenz? How you doing today? Samo says, Mike, is there any place in the Philippines where tap water is drinkable? I'm going to say no. Eve would say, go to the spring. You know, she thinks spring water is the best water, because we have springs out here. We have all sorts of natural, stuff out here. And out there in the province area, a lot of them get they get that well water though. I mean, I'm going to say no for safety reasons, but that's what I'm going to say. I don't want to see you get sick. But maybe I'm overreacting too. I don't know. Let's see. I like the video you made about the Tagalog lesson. Yeah, I should have made another one of those last night, because I only put out a short last night. I didn't do any kind of regular videos. Cool. Yeah, I was working on making another video and I was trying to finish it and trying to put it out last night. Didn't get it out. But anyway, lately my productivity has dwindled. Let's see, Alan C says, do you recall anything from your lesson? I remember that something ingot, right? Hold on. I mean, there's that 12 o'clock time frame. It's Magandang Tekali or something like that. I don't remember too much, bro. I've been a little bit too busy. But a lot of that stuff I already knew. I already knew Magandang Umaga is good morning. But it was more like for you guys, for anybody that's watching, Magandang Hapon is afternoon, and Magandang Gabi is nighttime. But that Magandang Tahali, I think is the name of it, is 12 o'clock, like 12, 12:30, around that time frame. And then there was that Ingot So or something, Ingot. That was, anyway. Let's see, Lorenz says, hey Pop, I try to do a little studying after I do the videos too, but I didn't, I haven't taken the time to do the studying after, sort of like to refresh my memory, but I haven't done that yet. Anyway, Sean says, bye, I need to help family. Okay, bro. Take care, Sean. And Kevin, biggest fear right now, bro? I can't think of my biggest fear. What's your biggest fear, bro? I can't think of a fear. I mean, no, I don't have any fears right now. I don't know. I tell you about the biggest fear I've had lately when I went out last night was those freaking dogs. I had these two really mean dogs wanted to eat me last night, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm walking, right? I'm walking down the freaking little street here, and then all of a sudden, over this cage gate to some building, at the very top, like above my head right here, these crazy, furious, mean dogs come out right beside each other. I'm like, what the heck? And my head is close to this spot. And it was insane. And then I got lost after that when I went out last night. And I took remember the movie Wrong Turn? I took a wrong turn. And then I winded up under the road, the highway, down there in the gutter area, I don't know what to call it. And there's a bunch of these people down there, and they look spooky as crap. This was at nighttime last night. Some people say, Michael, what are you doing, bro? It's so dangerous. Anyway, I survived. And I was working on these videos. I was trying to make some videos with some of the street food people. And yeah, I didn't get them all done though. I was trying to go to different ones. I like your video and sub. Let's see, Ingot. Is Ingot just take care? Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. I think there was something else. Oh, Poe. I think the Poe. Ingot Poe. Yeah, take care. Yeah. Who's Ingot? No, we're trying to remember the words from the Filipino language, Tagalog. Let's see, take care. Yeah, Ingot. And Eve said it really weird. I say got. She's like, Ingot. Ingot. Like, what the heck? What are you saying? I said it so weird. Hi, what did I miss? I don't know, bro. I was talking about the dogs that were trying to eat me last night. I'll be a FK Mike. I'll be a friend kangaroo. You'll be a friend kangaroo. I don't know. Loren says, bro, my biggest fear is drowning in the dark. Oh, you know what? Just about every time I have a freaking dream, and it's a bad dream, it's me falling in the dark, like from a tower.
I have a problem with heights, you know. I have a fear of heights. So yeah, that's usually my dream. Getting attacked by a gang of lady boys. That's hilarious, Alan. Now it happens. I saw that happen over in Thailand. Yeah, I saw that happen in Thailand, bro. It was like 3 or 4 was attacking some foreigner guy. He was down on the ground and they're kicking him and everything, bro. It's weird. Anyway, Samo says, yeah, your live ended abruptly yesterday. Yeah, the signal went out, from what I understand. The signal went out. So I tried to reconnect, from what I remember. Anyway, it looked like, it said 0. Yeah, it said 0 at the top. And the signal was out, and I never saw it change the number. So that's when I decided, okay, to end it. Yeah, I ended it after that. Yeah, because the signal's always a problem out here, you know, in the Philippines. Don't let the dingo eat the baby. Wild dog. Yeah, it was crazy, bro. Freaking wild dogs. I mean, luckily they were chained. They were over this cage door, trying to jump off to bite the crap out of me, but they were chained. They had some really thick chains on them, so it was crazy. My talents are chess. Sweet. Man, am I not on the freaking Wi-Fi? I just noticed that. What do stray dogs eat there in the Philippines? Stray dogs eat here in the Philippines. What do they eat? They go around the trash. Now, there's a lot of people here in the Philippines that will get some food and give it to them, you know. But I saw one yesterday. He's like going down the street to all the trash bags and everything. They try to go into it. I've seen dogs jump on tables at like calendarias, places to eat, you know, and the person leaves, like out at the park, somebody left food on the table. They'll jump on the table and they'll eat the food off of there while the person goes walking or whatever. I've seen that too. Nothing to fear, Ritzy is here. What's up, Ritz? Scrap food. Loren says, be careful, bro. Yeah, I know. I mean, I so, you know, I'm a little bit, I don't know what to say, crazy. Hello, what's up, Desert? How you doing? Y'all support Desert Channel if you haven't already. Desert Channel Explorers. Let's see, Ritzy says, long time no see, Papa. I had an exam. How'd you do, Ritzy? I'm sure you did great, right? You're a smart man. Alan C. says, the kindness of people's hearts give the dogs scrap food to eat, and that's how they survive. Yeah, that is part of it, yeah. Sembo says, I watched a video earlier say in Cebu people are eating and selling dog meat. Yeah, Samos. Matter of fact, my friend sent me an article about that. Yeah. Yeah, is that, I don't even think it's legal. I don't think that's legal. But anyway, I don't know, maybe they're getting away with it. Yeah, I have a friend that lives close to that area in Cebu where that's happening. I said, dude, you better hide your dog. Hello, everyone. Loren says, you look tasty, bro. Oh, my gosh. Have you tried dog yet? No, I haven't. I have not. Has anybody else had dog? Is it good? Does it taste good? I had a friend that was a taxi, well, not a friend, but he was a taxi driver. He was a really nice taxi driver. That's why I was thinking friendly. A friendly taxi driver. Anyway, we were talking, having this long conversation, and he was telling me about eating dog. He said I should do it. He said it's delicious. That's what he was telling me. Bro, what is a pink taco? I have a fever right now. Sorry about that, Ritzy. Pink taco. I can't. Ask your mom. Anyway, Mama might know. Let's see, I can't stand straight. Looks that kill. Motley Crue. Earth Day today. You like Motley Crue, bro? I think that's one of their songs, right? Looks that kill. I like Motley Crue. Yeah, Dr. Feelgood. He's the one that called Dr. Feelgood. He's the one to make you feel all right. I'm guessing you like Motley Crue too, Alan. Brent. Pink Taco. Crazy. Samo says, is eating dog meat common there? That's freaking evil. No, it's not common. I mean, Eve told me it's illegal. It's illegal to eat dog here. But, you know, there's some people that are so wild and tripping that they do stuff like that. And like I said, I had these are usually older people, you know, that are into this kind of thing. This old guy, he was probably about 63 years old, 65 years old, I don't know, 65, we'll go with 65. He was maybe 65 years old and he was telling me it was tasty. I should have did a interview with that guy. Anyway, Pops, have you ever seen a A10 Warhog? No, not really, Ritz. Dogs are humans' best friends. It's disgusting. Please remember that saying. Looks to kill. Earth Day today. Happy Earth Day. I used to celebrate Earth Day when I was back in school. Looks that kill is the phrase you're talking about. Remember that saying, looks that kill? I don't think that's what you're saying, Brad. Maybe it is. I heard it tastes like chicken. Everything tastes like chicken is what they say. Brooks. GUB Avenger Cannon. So, hey, I am going to get some lunch started. I'll leave the video on. But it's 12, almost 12:30 here. So we'll get some lunch going here, which basically will be Eve helping 90% of the way. Samo says, as a dog lover, I think that would incite violence for me. Yikes, bro, really? You know, I'm a dog lover too, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm a pig lover too. I want a freaking pet pig. I still eat bacon though. I don't know, bro. I think basically, I think we can't have everything perfect. You know, I think that's sort of something that we sort of get into too much in life, is having everything perfect. Because, I mean, that's been a problem with me. And I don't think it's just me. I think it's everybody. Everybody seems to try to have everything perfect. And I'm not disagreeing with you, Samos. I mean, I'm a big dog lover myself. Yeah, I love the crap out of dogs. I love the crap out of dogs, and I love the crap out of little kids. And, you know, I don't know, I'm a softie when it comes to all that kind of stuff, you know. But as we think about the psychology of this whole thing, of how perfect everybody seems to want to make things, that's been a problem with my relationship, wanting everything to be perfect. You know, over here in the Philippines, one thing they practice is contentment. Like to try to have somebody that you're with and you're just content with that person, and you don't try to have perfection. I don't know. It's just, to me, a deep thinking thought that this is bringing up. I think it would be something that I can't figure out in like 5 seconds. Dog rights. Dog rights, says Ritzy. Yeah, I've had a Saint Bernard. I had a husky. Bro, I had a bad story with the husky. We went to the beach and someone unalived it while we were gone. You know, this is back when I was a little kid. I was only like 7 years old. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But, you know, yeah, people love dogs just as much as they love people. You know, that tends to happen. But, you know, if you go to a deeper level, where do we stop? You know, where do we stop? Because how many mosquitoes have we killed? It's still a living creature. It still has eyes and everything, you know. And how many, you know, and do we not eat meat, you know? Do we become vegetarians? I don't know. But yeah, that's one thing I don't like about the USA, to be honest with you. Over in the USA, what do? They take their stray dogs, they take them to a shelter, they give them a few days, I think it's a week maybe, and then they unalive them. At least out here, they get to live, you know. Not always, like what we're talking about, but I think they have a better chance of living here, even though a lot of people complain about them. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like these dogs out here and blah, blah, blah. But, dude, it's all about if the dog is not bad, why not let the dog be? You know, if it's a bad dog, then you got to do what you got to do, just like people. You know, if it's a bad person, then you got to do what you got to do to that person. I just got through watching this video of some guy that took a woman and like drove her into the ground. You know, I gotta be careful, but anyway, this dude was really rough there in the video. And then his mom is saying he's such a nice person, blah, 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 that crap. And I'm thinking, I'm going to read the comments in a second, but I'm trying to remember. Oh, I put a comment in that video. And I said, USA, the trash, USA is having a lot of trash and it needs to be taken out. USA, something like that. USA is getting more trash and the trash needs to be taken out. And that's what I was talking about. Basically, this jerk needs to be dealt with. Those politicians, those corruptions, all that kind of stuff needs to be dealt with. You know, and I'm going to get off my soapbox and I'm going to read. Let's see. Now that I'm off the soapbox. I guess there's a lot of people that criticize your videos or just make unkind remarks on them. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely. The more popular you get, the more trolls you're going to get, the more hate you're going to get, stuff like that. Especially if you don't fit their narrative, right? There's like half of the freaking country over there that hate Christians. That's me. You know, they hate whites. That's me. They hate men. That's me. I'm a man. I'm a white. I'm a Christian. And what else do they hate? Oh, straight. A straight person. That's me. It's only like half the country. You know, it's not the whole country either. You know, the other half is like me. You know, just regular people. You know, I mean, we're talking about liberals fighting conservatives, basically. Liberals fighting conservatives. Now, just because I'm straight doesn't mean I don't appreciate other things. Just because I'm a Christian, I still don't have hate against another religion. Just because I'm straight doesn't mean I don't have any hate against people that are not straight. You know, or same thing with my race. You know, just because I'm white doesn't mean I hate Eskimos or anybody else. You know, it's so ridiculous. But that side of the fence hates. They literally hate. They hate Christians. They hate whites. Even the white people hate themselves. They're so, how dumb can you be, bro, to hate who you are? That's just stupid. I mean, it's sick. It's sick in the head. To hate who you are is sick in the head. Man, how can the parents create a child to hate themselves? Give them confidence. Give them strength. And this is something I learned from the black neighborhood. I grew up in a black neighborhood. And we had plenty of confidence. When you go out there and play basketball and you're Dennis Rodman and that ball goes up in the air, you get that freaking rebound. You know what I mean? You know, we talked a lot of smack. Over here, they're like, you shouldn't be like that. You know, talking all that smack and all that junk and all that kind of stuff. You gotta be nice, you gotta be sweet, you gotta be wonderful. Let's see. Anyway, music says, "Hey, what's your name? Where you from? Hey, man, my name's Mike. I'm from North Carolina. Blah 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 blah. How you doing? Where you from? Music Soul. Good to see you." And Mr. Star Ranger says, "I hate hens. They support organizations like the what are you talking about, bro? You don't like chickens?" I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, you have to explain that, Ritzy. I don't know. Anyway, Alan C. says, "I heard they used to eat the monkey in Tagatai, but it was the older generation." Yeah, the older generation, and up there around Baguio too, up in the mountains past that area. I heard it still happens up in the top of, Philippines, but I don't know. I've never been up that far. Now, let's see. Yo, what's up? What's up, Rodell? Salute. I've never seen any of this, that we're talking about. Black fatigue is a real problem. Let's see. Hi, I'm back. Sean. There's a lot of problems in the USA, man. A lot of problems. Loren says, "I seen that too. Girl crazy." Yeah, you talking about the one that was slammed on the sidewalk? Yeah, and the boy that I say boy, but he was probably about freaking 30 years old. This guy, his mama, trying to protect him. What the heck? Alan C says, "I think Eve will get a job, man. She's probably going to be working long hours." Yeah, I think so too. I mean, that's good. It gives me time to work. I mean, I already work a lot of hours, so for me to do what I'm doing, and her being left alone, sort of, she gets bored, right? So this gives her something to do while I'm doing my work, and maybe I can get the other work done too that I've been wanting to do, because even though I put in my work with my YouTube, there's still a lot of other things I want to do. But time is so short, bro. It's just so short. Yo, I'm back. What's up, real Kevin? What's up, man? Alan C says, "Great name. Come on." So, yo, what's up, USA? What's up, Rodell? And Loren says, "USA is full of hate right now, bro." Yeah, they're a bunch of nuts over there, man. Alan C says, "What kind of crazy hours do they work in the Philippines?" Dude, there was this taxi driver I was talking to, and basically he works all the time, and he sleeps in his taxi. He just stays in his taxi and works all the time, as much as possible. He lives there. He lives and works from his taxi. But who else? Let's see. A lot of people will work 10 hours a day. Some will work 12 hours a day. And let's say you work 10 hours a day and you still only make $10 a day. It's crazy. Let's see, but anybody from the Philippines can chime in to this. I mean, Eve told me they don't really do part-time jobs here. I don't know. Let's see. Samo says, Mike, have you thought about using AI in your videos? I don't even know if it's allowed to put it into your video. I do use AI to figure out titles, to figure out, not really thumbnails anymore. I don't do too much on thumbnails, but anyway, my titles, I usually figure that out. Description, video description, I use AI for that. And what else do I use AI for? I don't know if you can put it into your video anymore, though. I don't know if it's really supposed to be allowed to get monetization. Now, if you're trying to create a narrative, let's just say you're some left crazy snowflake group that wants to create some kind of crazy narrative to create hate between people, and you want to create a bunch of these videos on a channel, and you're not going to get monetized, but it's going to generate that narrative for you, you crazy organization group, left-wing nuts, liberal nuts. Anyway, for those people, I guess they could do AI. They just wouldn't be getting any money from it. No monetization like that channel I was talking about yesterday. Kevin says, what the? Hey, Kevin. Alan C says, what does the taxi smell like? Bro, I mean, I didn't really hang out in the taxi, Alan. I was outside the door, so I don't know, bro. Whenever I walked over there, I can't remember if he was already resting or something, but anyway, well, I talked to him, and that's what he said. He said, yeah, I sleep here in my car, in my taxi, and I work all the time. Sean says, why, and I've talked to another taxi driver, and he works like freaking 12 hours a day, every day. And then he go, shoot. Anyway, we're going to skip over that one. Let's see. Sean says, why U.S. think they are powerful? Why are the U.S. so cocky, basically? Why is the U.S. so cocky? Well, they've always had a lot of stuff, right? You know, the Asian culture is a lot different. The Asian culture is about discipline, and it's also about you are not good enough, you know, is what the people here are like. You are not good enough. You need to be better at speaking English. You know, I'm talking about like parents and so forth. So they're like, you need to be better at speaking English. You need to be better at your school grades and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of discipline over here, and a lot of like, you're not good enough, you know. Over in the U.S., it's opposite. Even if you're not good enough, they tell you you're great. No matter how bad you are. So because you think you're so great because you suck, but they still tell you you're great, then all of a sudden you are freaking cocky, you know, and think you're better than other people. So there you go. Let's see. Kevin says, Alan, don't be rude. See, this is what I'm talking about. Kevin is over here as a Philippine person, and they are very sensitive to comments and being rude and that kind of stuff. Alan's from the U.S., and he's saying, now he's also a brother, you know. That might put a spin on it too. But anyway, he's saying, does taxi smell? We're more into like free speech, free talking. Yeah. So, basically when you talk to different cultures, you talk to different countries, you talk to different types of people, you do need to have a little respect and try to not cross the lines. Try not to cross the lines. Like for me to say the N word around, a certain group of people would be wrong for me to do. That's crossing the lines. For me to be mean to people that are, trans, I mean, that would be crossing the lines. For me to hate my own color, it's crossing the lines with my own people. I'm a traitor if I do that, or hating anybody, So yeah, anyway. Our number one is nurses. Yeah, and Lorenz, let me add, not just nurses, beautiful nurses. Let's see, Kevin says, where are you, bro? I am in Manila. Hey, Mimi, how's it going? Jeff here now in my home. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Good to see y'all. Nicole, what's up? How you doing, Nicole? Good to see you too. Nicole's over in Idaho, right? I think I got it right. She's in Idaho. Mimi's down in Cebu. And Jeff, my friend, is down there from North Carolina. He's in Cebu right now. Jeff, how's it going, brother? Alan C., he's over in USA. Alan, I can't remember where though. I know you're in USA somewhere. Was it Texas? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, that Philippines culture was more laid back. Yeah. Asia. When I talk about Asia, as far as Philippines, they're the most laid back Asians. I don't know if the most laid back, but they're one of the most laid back Asians from the Asian culture. Yeah. I thought, if you were to get in trouble with YouTube videos, wouldn't they give you a warning by giving you a strike? Yeah, you would know it, yeah. Guess what? What's up, Nicole? I didn't see Alan say anything rude. Yeah, and see, Samos is also American. So for that to be said, here's another thing, guys. Think about the culture. Here in the Philippines, it's rude to point, to just point. I mean, yeah, in the US, it's normal. So just respect that culture, think about it, try to do the right thing. But my cousin, he can't stand cussing. He's a Christian. Like, I don't mean just a Christian. I mean, he is a Christian. Like, he wants to be in church every single hour kind of Christian. And he hates cussing. Well, I tend to cuss. So because I'm around him, I want to respect him and I don't cuss. I try not to cuss around him because I try to respect him. But people are not perfect. People will slip up. They'll make mistakes. They'll say things by accident. We're not perfect people. So, try to be understanding, to have some understanding for each other. Anyway, let's see. But at least as long as people are trying, and they're trying very hard. What time is it from you? Let's see, it's 12:42 right now in the afternoon. Nicole says, yep. Loren says, la la la. Let's see. Nicole says, weird, but can we have a new house look? Like, see what it looks like. Oh, you want to see this place, Nicole, where I'm at? I'm not rich, Nicole. I actually did a video on this already, but anyways, I'm pregnant. What? Nicole says, can we have a house look? And then she says, I'm pregnant. Check out Nicole, man. This I feel that 20-something-year-old female vibe going on. She's like, having the baby, let me think about the house. Baby, the house, the whole relationship. Use your lips to point. I actually do that a lot, Alan. I do like that all the time, and people think I'm weird. in the Philippines. I like to do it because I like to be part of the culture, so I do that. And people are like, this foreigner's weird. Another thing is, I can't stand this. People will stare at me here like crazy. Like last night, I was at that store, and three people, they heard my voice, and they were all staring at me. And I can't stand that. I do not want the attention, really. I mean, luckily, I don't see all y'all's faces, I guess. I probably could, I don't even know if I could even do this video if I saw everybody's face looking at me. But anyway, um, that's normal here, this culture. But the staring over in the USA, it's not really a polite thing. So you know what I do to them now? I look at them, I stare at them. And then they don't like that. And sometimes I wave. Like, hey, how you doing? You keep staring at me. Hey, how you doing? I can't stand that, bro. I don't know. I don't know, man. There's a couple things over here that really bug me, and that's one of them. Yeah. But yeah, I know everybody here would say, go home, go back to your country, whatever, you know. But you know, nothing's perfect. And this country is a lot better than the USA. A lot better than the USA. So there you go. To all the people that tell me to go home, I think your country is a lot better than the USA. But that doesn't mean you're perfect. Anyway, Carol says, Alan did not cross the lines. He was just asking. And here's another one. This is a Western thinker, you know. So as the Asian culture, they would see it as bad. But this Western thinker, she's Australian, just like USA, they don't see it as bad. Bro, things are pretty tricky when it comes to trying to love each other, you know, in the world. But anyway, yes, and Nicole's like thinking, let me get my house. And you're pregnant. What's the father's name? Nicole's going to come out. She's going to say his name. Mom, and I'm joking. It might be. I don't know. If it is, that's okay. Let's see. Samo says, Nicole, congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. Thank you, Samos. That was unpolite of me. I should have said congratulations. Samos is a good guy. He's a, you know what I want to keep saying, Samos? I want to keep saying pediatric. He's not a pediatric. He's a paramedic. Every single time I think pediatric for some reason. Anyway, Alan, what's up, Alan? Let's see. Nicole says, no, because I forgot you asked what, because I said, guess what? Oh, snap. That's tripping, Nicole. Congratulations on your baby. Lorenz says, lessons of the day, guys, be respectful of the people that you are living around. Yeah, or not just living around. I mean, online, you know, just be respectful of people, of all people. You know, not just people that you're close to, but, you know, I'm not close to Samos right now. He's on the other side of the world. Alan, he's on the other side of the world. Let's see. Alan says, was it your voice or was it because you look different? You know, I think maybe it was my voice, and maybe they're always trying to listen to us and trying to understand us, and maybe they were, and also I think it was both. I think it was both, Alan. I think it was part of my different look too. They look, you know, I told Eve this, and I think it's pretty funny. I said, yeah, I'm like if Mr. Bean and Adam Sandler had a baby. They look like this guy. So maybe they look at me and they say, oh, it's Mr. Bean and Adam Sandler's baby. and we're trying to understand what he's saying, because people always have a hard time understanding what I'm saying. They just stare at me like crazy. I don't know why. I guess I'm horrible at English or something. I don't know. But I'm 6 months in. I have no idea, man. I should interview all those people that way. 6 months in, holy crap. All right, Nicole. Anyway, congratulations. And maybe the dad's name was Muhammad. She never did say anything. If it is, it's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Loren says congratulations. Alan says if they stare at you, just point with your lips in a different direction. Oh, that's like saying, yeah, look over there. Don't look at me. My body is hurting right now, bro. Yeah, you're still sick, Lorenz. I think you were sick last time you were talking. Alan C. said, don't worry, Mike. It's normal when they stare at you. It's because you're a foreigner. But, I mean, no, here there's a lot of foreigners. No, this was in an area where, like, I mean, probably 20% of the people in this area, BGC. This was in BGC. And like 20%, 25% of the people here are foreigners. So it wasn't just that. I think they were just being nosy, just trying to hear what I was saying. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it. Do they have ticks in the Philippines? Lorenz, anybody here in the Philippines, can y'all answer that? I haven't seen any ticks. I have not seen any ticks at all. I haven't heard of any ticks. I know Eve thought it was weird that we have Lyme disease over in the USA and some other diseases. So as far as I know, they don't have ticks unless maybe they have some dog ticks, which are harmless ticks that are on dogs, maybe. I'm not positive though. I haven't seen any ticks. I do know that Eve knew about dog ticks. So does that mean they're here? I don't know. Maybe they're here, but maybe not. Maybe she knew about it because she's always online too. 10,000 mosquitoes, what's up? Samo says, Mike, do they have ticks? Oh yeah, I just answered that. Alan C says, does Eve ever say she gets nosebleed when she's listening to you? No, she speaks very, 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 very good English, which is the reason she's done call center work for years before she met me. She was working in a call center for, I don't know, probably about 3 years, I think. I'm not sure how long, but maybe 3 or 4 years she was in a call center. Her English might be better than mine. That's how it is. No, there's none. Only bed ticks. Okay, so see, there you go. Mosquito says there's no ticks over here in the Philippines. Loren says bed ticks? Bed ticks? I haven't seen any bed ticks. I don't even know what bed ticks are. That might be a different kind of animal, maybe. Yeah, I have not seen any ticks, and I've been in dozens of locations. But anyway, bed ticks. What is bed ticks? Maybe it's a sound that the bed makes. Tick tock, or something. Anyway, I'm back, brother. We don't have those nasty ticks like in the USA, says Lorenz. Oh, okay. But what was bed ticks? What were you talking about? Yeah. No ticks over here. The bats. They have bats, but the bats don't even have rabies. If you don't believe me, look it up. That surprised me. I mean, it's quite safe when it comes to stuff like that. It's safer over here than it is in the USA. Back in the USA, I had a snake under my freaking sink in my house, under the sink. A big snake. He was coiled up and almost touched it because I had to put my hand down there to do something, and yeah, I almost touched that freaking thing. Also, I had snakes outside my house. Different houses. Different houses I had snakes outside my houses. What else in the USA? The bats have rabies in the USA. One of them was in my house, one of the bats. I mean, these are different places I lived over in the USA. Pit bulls are very dangerous dogs that are always biting people. and unaliving people in the USA. You know, the danger is more there than here. Maybe I should do a video about that. Anyway, the ticks. Yeah, ticks are horrible over there. Someone very, very close to me, a couple people have got Lyme disease from ticks over in the USA. Thanks for the hearts and stuff. We don't have those nasty ticks. Let's see. Gabby says, did you know bed bugs eat your dead skin? Bed bugs eat your dead skin. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know about that, yeah. You mean bed bugs, maybe? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering now that this person talked about bed bugs. I haven't, I've been in tons of hotels, tons of Airbnbs, some condos, and I haven't experienced any bed bugs any of the places I've been. They tend to be very clean out here, cleaning, because like I said, they're very hospitable. So they're very good at hospitable and cleaning, stuff like that, the people here in the Philippines. Yep. Yeah, bed bugs. That's probably what they're talking about. I haven't had any of those though. No bed bugs suck blood, Mike. Yeah, they do that too. But there is some there's some kind of animal. I don't know if it's bed bugs, but there's some that feed off of the dead skin too. I mean, there's tons of little creatures that we can't see. I bet you there's a bunch on me right now. I don't even know about it, Loren says, oh, snakes. We have those king cobras common to find in houses here. Now, when you say that, Lorenz, what area? Because I have never seen one snake over here, but I haven't been to Mindanao. I haven't been to Palawan or Masbate either, which is south areas. Now, y'all can look that up. Oh, as far as where are the snakes at in the Philippines, I haven't seen one, and I've been to like half of the Philippines. And y'all know I'm always outside walking like crazy, Some days I walk 5 hours, some days I walk, probably the most I've ever walked is like 10 hours a day. So, but then some days I'll only walk maybe 1 or 2 hours a day. Yeah, some days I walk let's say 1 hour. So my normal day of being out walking is at least 1 hour to 10 hours. What are you going to do when Eve's at work all day? Hello. Let's see. Yeah, anyway. Hold on, did I miss something? Loren says, oh, snakes, we have those. Oh, yeah, I already said that. We're getting a lot of cleaners up here right now. Okay. What am I going to do when Eve's at work all day? I'm going to do pretty much what I always do. Pretty much the same stuff. Keep working on making money. Keep working on making money, do different things, do my YouTube. Also work on doing some other stuff to make money. Of course, I get my exercise in, of course, I try to live cheap day by day. So, same stuff I always do. Trying to talk with all that noise going on around me. Let's see. Can interview people. That's part of it. Part of it's not really going to be anything different than what I normally do. Pretty much same thing. Try not to be depressed. Try not to, try not to get too sleepy and go to sleep all the time. Try to stay busy and keep doing things. Got to do that. Yeah. Loren says, mostly on the countryside here that are near wooded areas. Oh, yeah, in the countryside and the wooded areas. But where exactly? Like I said, I've been in some of the countrysides too. I mean, where is it? I think you're in Quezon City. No, Quezon, right? I think you're in the Quezon province. I thought you were in Laguna, or I don't know. You're somewhere down that way. Anyway, I'm sure that there's some of the areas like he's talking about where there's the snakes. But every one that I've been to, I've never seen a snake. Anyway, let's see. Gibby says, I find lots of mice and rats in my house. Where are you at? Last time a beetle appeared, I raised. Just cooking up right. Okay, since we're talking about creatures, I'm going to say out here in this area, when I'm walking down the freaking sidewalks at nighttime, when I was walking last night, tons of big roaches all over the place. Yep. Even the cats were playing with them. Anyway, it's crazy. Alan says, you're pretty good at interviewing people that might be your niche. Yeah, I just enjoy everything, bro. Yeah, I think, back when I was in school, I took journalism class. The only problem is the teacher hated me because she hated my cousin. So because she hated my cousin, she decided to hate me for that. So she decided not to pay attention to me in class. And anything that I wrote, she did not, she wouldn't, I don't even think she read it. I think she just threw it in trash. And she barely passed me just to get me out of the class so she wouldn't have to see me again. Let's see. Have you thought about teaching conversation? Yeah, I'm working on that, Alan. That's one of the things. Carol says bed bugs are tiny without you knowing. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. What makes you happy in life? Top two things is coffee and time with a beautiful woman. I think that's my top two things. Time with a beautiful woman and coffee. And there was something else I was thinking yesterday. There was one more thing, but I forgot what it was. I love playing sports too. Pickleball, basketball, whatever. Active, just being active. Oh, walking. Yeah, walking was the other thing. Walking, coffee, and time with a beautiful woman. Loren says Laguna. I thought it was Laguna, but I thought you told me it was something else last time. Last time here in our house, we found a snake, not a cobra though. Dude, I found a lot of snakes over in the U.S. Check this out. Ah, man, I just saw that. I just saw that. Yeah, the freaking mute. Okay, sorry. Tried to show that stupid bird earlier, and it muted. Anyway, oh my goodness. So I gotta start over. Okay. When it comes to sleeping. Okay. Think about Mexico. Think about here. They do these siestas during the day. I would say most of it's because of the heat. Like whenever I go out and I walk like crazy, I get really hot, I get very tired, I might want to take a nap, right? Because of that. If I'm in a normal environment where there's not so much heat and sweat and all that kind of stuff, then I'm probably not going to want to take a nap, right? So over here, and they normally don't use air condition because it's money, to use air condition, to buy the air conditioner, the energy costs. So they'll use a fan and they'll be hot all day and they want to rest because of that, because of the heat. The heat will make you tired. Okay, now let's go back. Anyway. So we're going to give this about 5 more minutes and I'm going to close out because I forgot I was supposed to eat an hour ago. I never did go do that. Bro, we sleep here and sweat. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Heat will make you tired. And another thing is not just heat, but a lot of people here will walk. Hey, can we get that tuna with the tomatoes? Have that for lunch. Turn in the thing, let's get some water. What? Okay. Tell the people downstairs.
They should already know that. They should already been fixing that.
They should already know that.
Of course, they're right.
You sound like a woman. Here's the thing about women, bro.
Babe.
Women will think you're supposed to know what they're thinking.
Babe, it's a business. It's a hotel. They're supposed to know there's no water.
How are they supposed to know that you don't have water in your room without being in your room and checking it?
Babe, last night they just knocked on the door because there's no water and they fixed it.
Okay.
So they know.
Anyway, why are we going to wait for the problem to get resolved? Why don't you just tell them?
Why?
This is Asian thing, Asians are so scared to talk.
No, just too lazy to go down there.
Okay, now she says she's too lazy. Daggone it, I should have had this on freaking Wi-Fi, bro. Women, bro, right?
Shut up.
Yes. Carol says, Samos may be on your side. It's all good here. Hold on my side about something? I don't know. Anyway, how come you never show Eve? Eve, you want to be seen? I show her all the time, bro. I showed her last night in that freaking live when we were walking. I show her all the time. But Filipinos over here, I tell this all the time, they're not like American girls that will be seen all the time and heard all the time and all that kind of crap, It's, this side of the world is a million times different than the Philippines, but I'm going. Do you want to be seen? Huh? Do you? Say yes or no. Do you want to be seen?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, see, there you go. I gotta respect her wishes, bro. Ay, ay, ay. Respect is a big thing in the Philippines.
You're gonna lose it.
I know, I'm gonna lose my signal. I'm gonna lose my signal if I go downstairs. That is why I'm single. Coffee walks and yeah. When you say nice woman, I said beautiful. Look, beautiful from inside and outside. Beautiful from inside and outside. You don't want a beautiful woman that's beautiful on the outside and not beautiful on the inside. They just drive you freaking crazy, Oh, just lost sound too. Mike, now and then should check equipment. Yeah, so far it looks like it's fine. But anyway, AJ, grandmother, what are you talking about, brother? I'm going to have to hop off here, guys. Let's see, beat her a little. What? What are you talking about, man? Anyway, bye, bro. Getting hungry. Me too. I'm getting hungry too, bro. I'm getting hungry. We got to figure out what's up with the water here. So for some reason our water's not working. So we're gonna go talk to them. And it's hot out here. I'm gonna go get some air condition. Eve seems nice and friendly. Yeah, she's, you know, she's all right. We fight all the time, but she's all right. Yeah, she's very loving, very caring. She's a very wonderful lady. She is. She's a very wonderful young lady. But we do fight all the time. But we just see things a lot different, you know. But she's remarkable. I'm gonna say that. She's remarkable. Anyway, guys, y'all take care. We're gonna do a countdown. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna put out a video. It's gonna be a good video. I don't know which one, but it's gonna be a good video. I'll be putting that out tonight. Check it out. All right, 3, 2, 1, peace.